zebra life. So I got an overwhelming response from family, friends, fellow Spoonies about the last video that I made, and it was extremely cathartic to just get my story, my voice, my words out there to share with everyone. I haven't had many opportunities to really do that. So I was really blessed to have that. And I was really blessed by just everyone's kind words to me. It's always really vulnerable to put yourself out there in that way, and share your heart. And like I said, some of what we go through and the reasons why we don't share is that what we go through sucks and it's ugly. Today I wanted to share a little bit about, but you don't look sick. We have heard that multiple times, but you don't look sick. For me, this is personally what I've heard. You're too pretty to be sick. You're too young to be sick. And I get a lot of not comprehending that I'm sick. So I'll get a lot of, oh, you'll get better. I just know it. I'll say a prayer for you and I hope you feel better tomorrow. I'm like, yeah, me too. Me too. I do. And it was fitting, and kind of the reason why I wanted to do this video is because I'm having a good day today. My medicine's really working. My heart medicine kicked in and I'm good. I was able to get up this morning. I ate this morning and I ate last night, and that's it's been kind of difficult for me to eat lately, so that's been a huge plus. I ran my Numi wand through my hair and curled it a little bit. It lasts a lot longer that way. I was able to do a full face of makeup, and it does make me feel better. Makeup's always been kind of like my outlet during this time. So I wanted to just jump right in and talk about why it stings so bad, even after diagnosis, when someone tells us in some way that they undermine what we're going through. I think the reason for me, and I hope maybe this resonates with some of you, is for me, I was undiagnosed for 9 years. So I had a lot of misdiagnosis. I had some doctors tell me I was crazy. I had some doctors tell me flat out that they were not going to see me anymore because they didn't understand me. And I also had doctors who would tell me they think that they knew, would run some tests, the tests would come back negative, and they wouldn't return my calls. So, not only that, but I also knew in my heart that there was something we were missing. There was something wrong. I had a lot of different symptoms going on, and none of them really made sense together. And I knew that there was something underlying that we were missing. And so I did a lot of advocating for myself, fighting for myself, and justifying my symptoms. So I was just diagnosed a year ago, August of 2014, when I went to UAB, to the wonderful genetics department there, and got diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos and suspected dysautonomia, which was confirmed by my cardiologist here. So, dysautonomia / POTS. So it's only been a year, and in that year, I think I still have a knee-jerk reaction to anyone saying, but you don't look sick. You're too pretty. You're too young. All those things. And I did have a kind of more traumatic experience at work where after I had a POTS episode and passed out at work and had to leave by ambulance, I later heard that there were several people, including some management, who said, "Oh, I thought she was faking. She didn't really look sick. Her color really wasn't that bad. She looked so bad when she passed out." And so apparently, by their authority, and by many people's authority, sick looks like something. You can pinpoint it, and your color changes, which maybe I just use a lot of bronzer. But just kidding. But they think in their head, and many people think that sick looks like something. Well, I've been blessed with 2 invisible illnesses. You cannot necessarily look at someone with Ehlers-Danlos and say, "Oh, they have it." If you even know what Ehlers-Danlos is, because it's rare. And you can't necessarily look at someone and say, "Oh, they have POTS." I can, being the zebra that I am, being the Spoonie that I am, I can hear and listen to people describe their illness and think, oh, they have it. But you can't pick one out of a lineup. You just can't. And so people have a hard time with that. They think that if you look fine, if you look normal, and if they saw me out at Walmart right now, that I must not really be sick because I don't look disabled. And I am. I've applied for disability. I have many days where I can't get up and get out of bed. I have many, many hospital trips, and I look normal. So that's hard for people. And so as I've kind of worked through my own issues with kind of when someone says that, it brings me back to the feeling like, no, I really have it. You must believe me. I've kind of realized where that stems from. So I've been able to kind of work within it and deal with it and understand that I'm already diagnosed and I don't have to justify anything to any of you because I'm done. Now, for anybody who's not diagnosed yet, that's a video for another day, but keep fighting, keep self-advocating, and get your degree, your PhD from Google University like everyone else did, even though your doctors are going to tell you not to, okay? So basically, when someone says something like that to you, what I have learned to do, and I have my notes down here that I'm going to read. So what I have learned to do is to use it as an opportunity to educate. It depends on who you're talking to, where you are, but most of the time I can get out, no matter who it is, no matter what comment they make, I can get out. I have POTS, I have Ehlers-Danlos. I can explain a minute amount. Ehlers-Danlos is a genetic collagen disorder that causes my joints to dislocate. POTS is a heart condition that causes me to pass out. Those are small, and kind of more vague descriptions of what I have, but for me, it's the easiest for people to comprehend. If I get in any more complicated than that, their eye starts twitching because their brain's frying. They're like overload. I don't want to be in school and you're teaching me right here. So those little things can get people's attention and it educates them. Another thing that I have found that can help is a lot of people will start to understand, okay, so you have this and you're sick, and why do you sound happy? Because they expect me to be depressed, right? Which, hey, been there, still go through it, still have to struggle with it. But it's an opportunity for me to share how I have been able to get through it. So when I first got really, really sick, probably, well, we'll back it up to all the way to January when I had my hospital visit for those 3 days when I realized, oh, this is gonna be, this is gonna be serious. This is not gonna be, it's gonna be, worse than I imagined it would be. I had to start processing through, and it probably took all the way to like June for me to understand, and then into July for me to really start processing through these things. And like I said in the last video, be grateful. Find something to be grateful for. A lot of times I find more than one thing, but sometimes you just find one. And I share that with people, that you find something to be grateful for. You find joy in your day. You find praise. And here, look, I'm a Christian, and I really dug into my relationship with God when this first started, because I could not do this on my own, and there was no one that could help me, because I was literally in deep with my pain and my loss, and just this overwhelming that this is what my life is going to be like. And I was so deep in that. There was no one but God who could reach me there. No person could reach me there. My mom, my friends, no one could touch me when I was that deep. And it was really after I lost my job and realized that I would have to apply for disability, and realized how sick I was. That was a deep place. So when he got me right there, when he got me out of the depths of that sorrow, I learned through my relationship with him to find joy, to find gratefulness, and to find praise. So however you want to take that in your everyday, it does not matter what you believe. It does not matter who, and all that. to find joy, to find gratefulness. So when I wake up, I find a way to praise him. Lord, thank you for something. Thank you for this. Thank you for that. I'm grateful for this. And so when I'm talking to someone who can't comprehend how, first of all, I can look normal and be sick, and second of all, how I can be functioning and be that sick, emotionally, it's an opportunity for me to share with them, um, where my strength comes from. So to anyone who's struggling, let me just tell you this. If you're watching my video right now, you're strong, okay? So you've made a choice to get up today, to go on with your life, because what you're going through is hard. It is not fair and it's not okay. What you're going through sucks, okay? And for whatever you believe, if it's just your lot in life, or if this is my lot in life, if this is going to be my life, if I get better, if I don't get better, right now where you are, you're strong, okay? You're going through it. You got up today. And it is a beautiful thing to share with people that strength. Own it. If anybody asks how you get through it, first of all, I'm a badass. Second of all, I lean on God. I should probably flip that, okay? But own your strength and understand where your strength comes from, right? Because, like I told you, I was deep in a pit and I still can get in a pit. We'll be so surrounded by our emotional, because it comes up. Your body cannot stand to be in that much pain. The whole point of your body to send pain signals is to do something about it, and we can't. It's the way we are. So our body is just, absolutely going on the fritz, and you're just feeling consumed by that. Find your strength, find where your help comes from, and own it. So the next time somebody looks at you and says, oh, but you don't look sick, or you're too young to be sick, or oh, you've got too much going on to be sick, I'll pray for you. Just kind of dismissive or questioning or anything that hits a nerve, educate them first of all, and you make them stay there and listen to you for it. And second of all, tell them where your hope and your strength comes from. Tell them how you get through it, and let them understand that if you can do it, they can do it. And if all they get from that, if they don't get anything else other than she's sick or he's sick and he really doesn't look sick, and they encounter another person like that, then after that they encounter another person, they're getting educated. You are helping them understand, and you're bringing awareness to invisible illness, chronic pain. And that is huge, huge. So own it. Own your strength. I really hope that this is encouraging to someone who is going through what we all go through in some capacity. If anybody's questioning you, if anybody's questioning your diagnosis, if you question yourself, if you question your strength, you got up today. You don't even have to do anything. You just got up, okay? Basically, you rule the world because you got up today and you deal with what you're dealing with, right? So you got up today, and if anybody says anything, you tell them how awesome you are to deal with it, that you are a badass because you got up. And if they tell you that you look too good, well, you know what? It just comes natural. Thank you. I am, thank you for saying that. And, just use it as an opportunity. So I thank everyone who has come out here and watched these videos and encouraged me in so many ways. It has been a huge blessing that y'all reach out to me. If there's anybody, please comment. Please reach out to me on social media, especially if you're in my Spoonie community. I'm here to talk to you. And I'm always thinking of you. I'm always praying for you and what you're going through. And we're in this together. To my family and friends, I could not go through this without you, without your continuous support and love for me. It's been a huge support system, and I thank you for that. So y'all have a great, great Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. Bye, y'all.